Hello, Raw Mithril here once again, and it's time to get back to the Mega Man Powered Up Challenge Mode series. We're down to the final 10 challenges. Yes, it's time for the boss rushes. I'm going to be handling these ones a little bit differently. I'm not going for perfect runs for one thing, definitely. If I take damage, so be it. And also, just for the sake of speeding some of these up, I will be using Robot Master weapons where I can. Secondly, since I'm really not sure how many of these I can fit in each video, we'll have to see how that goes. I'm not going to do the kind of smooth editing that I've done on the last challenges to kind of make it all flow cohesively and everything. I'm going to be taking a definite pause between each challenge along the way here. So, let's get right to it with challenge number 91, Boss Attack. We have to defeat all 6 old-style mode bosses. Being old-style, they don't give me a choice. We're going in as Mega Man. In old-style mode, Mega Man has access to the original 6 Robot Master weapons. Since they weren't around in the original game, you no longer have Oil Slider or Time Slow. It also resets the weakness loop on the bosses, meaning Gutsman here is once more weak to the Hyper Bombs. Unfortunately, it also means the Hyper Bombs are back to being next to worthless, no longer detonating on contact. It makes this fight a lot more annoying than it should be. If you can actually successfully hit him with them, it only takes 3 hits to take him down at least. Between battles you're given a health pickup, though in the easier challenges it's not much of one, just 1 small energy. Can you spare it? So next up we have Cutman. He's even back to flinching when you hit him. But you do have to be fairly careful about it, because if you're not careful, more often than not you'll just shoot him right back into the path you're trying to dodge him along. Still, he's not too tough to deal with. But it does start to give us a pattern as to just what order they're throwing the bosses at us. So let's go ahead and equip the Rolling Cutter. Yes, next up is Electman. And you have to go back to being very careful against him. The Thunder Beam is back to hurting a lot. Okay, fortunately dodged it, because yeah, it's back to taking about 1/3 of your life per hit. And so next up is Iceman. Don't underestimate the Ice Slasher either. That's back to doing massive damage too. Fortunately, it does seem easier to get between the Ice Slasher shots than it was in the original game. And now it's on to the one that tends to be the hardest for me on old-style mode. My original NES strategy against Fireman, it doesn't work anymore, suffice it to say. So this tends to become a battle of endurance. Since he can double up on the Firestorm, my original strategy is not going to help me here. Ow. For a minute I thought I was onto something, but apparently not. 3? Really? Well, that went better than most of my battles with him thus far have been going. If there's a more surefire way to deal with him, I'd be interested in knowing it. Anyway, all that's left is Bomb Man. And for the most part, he's back to behaving as he did in the NES game. Meaning, if you get close to him, he'll spaz out and jump away from you. So you can use that to your advantage, so long as you're careful around the Hyper Bombs. And not trying to catch them with your face. I'm already out of uses of Firestorm, really? Well, back to this then. And we're done. Is it just me, or is Firestorm like the easiest weapon to run out of? So that's one down. A refreshing pause and we'll move on to the next one.